Hello everyone, my name is aysel.odzhakova. I'm a third-year student at the Faculty of Dentistry. I want to present you my work today on the topic of the contribution of scientists to vitamin D. The report is presented by Oджакова, scientist advisor Gaisin. On this slide, I presented the outline of my report plan. Epidemiological studies of vitamin D deficiency, biomanifestations of low provision of the body with vitamin D and neurology. And of course the conclusions. Today, with your permission, I want to tell you about of contribution of Olga Alexeyevna Gromova. Doctor of Medical Sciences, Professor of Department of Pharmacology of the Ivanova State Medical Academy, leading expert of the International Institute of Integral, Preventive and Antigenic Medicine Prevent HMO, Moscow. Under the crunch of Professor Stadnika, defended her doctor, says elemental stages and methods of the correction in children with various research interests. Trace elements and recurring combinations for better absorption. Author of scientific publications devoted to the study of drugs in patients with alcohol patients, the contribution of vitamin deficit to various pathologies, microelements and macroelements. She is author of Paint for Set Multivitamins for Women. This book describes the results comprehensive analysis of the effects of vitamin D, which takes into account the results of epidemiological, clinical, biochemical, molecular, biological studies of this hormone vitamin. So, the first topic is the results of epidemiological studies in which blood levels their measures suggest that at present almost all countries of the world have a low supply of vitamin D. In these graphs, we see that a huge deficit of observed, especially in the winter, due to depletion reserves in conditions of reduced insulation. There are also certain mathematical formulas that used to calculate vitamin D to different regions and countries in which age, gender, race were taken into account. The second topic is bone manifestations of low vitamin D supply. As we know, calcium metabolism in the body is determined by peripheral processes: absorption in the small intestine, blood transport and skeletal dissipations, release from bone tissue and the bloodstream, enter the soft tissues and back. Now I will tell you a little about the history of rickets. Rickets was first described in 1645 by Minister and detailed by the English author Gaysen. Although the mention of this disease is found in the writings of Galen. In experimentation on dogs proved that cod facts actually contained of special vitamin in it. Also, presented on this slide her forms of rickets. I also wanted to mention the topic of vitamin D in neurology. Historically, the impressions in the biological roles of vitamin D has been on bone metabolism. At the same time, studies conducted over the past 10 years examines of such biased attitude towards vitamin D, which sinclair doctors the understanding of the real physicals of this hormone vitamin. In particular, the central nervous system is gaining recognition as third organ for vitamin D. Judging by the dynamics of publications or systematic study of the neuroproprietors of the vitamin began approximately 10 years ago. In Netherlands, vitamin D recaptures are present in single amounts as tourism, which regulates due to centuries or dihormonal. Vitamin D decreases damage in stroke models and dysregulates ischemia inflammation. In the experiment, a stroke model occlusion of middle cerebral artery was created 7 weeks after animals were kept on a vitamin D deficient diet. A vitamin deficient resulted in a decrease in blood levels of vitamin D by 22%. The volumes of heart attacks with accelerating higher is seen in the figure. In conclusion, I would like to say it is the best to get all the necessary nutrition and biologically active substances from natural sources. It is a general diet that is most important in the prevention of disease and achievement of good health. Eating a varied and balanced diet should be followed rather than focusing on one single nutrient, as only a healthy diet is the key to health. Literature source. Thank you very much for your attention.